The Trainx 2011 Diary certainly is a life-changing book. G'day, I'm Alan Marion from Trainx Systems, and I'm going to give you 3 tips out of the 2011 Trainx Diary now, just to give you a bit of a teaser. The first tip is on selling, and a big part of selling is actually making appointments. Because I'm going to tell you something now. If you're lazy and sitting behind your email computers and your blogs and your mobile phones, and you're trying to sell behind them and hide behind them like a squib, get off your backside, go and see people, and you'll get a lot more business. Now, how are you going to get to see people? You've got to have a bit of skill in making appointments, but the tip I'm going to give you is make your appointments 6 weeks in advance, and you'll hardly ever fail to get the appointment, regardless of who it's with. Everybody's busy next week. But if you say to that person, look, I just wanted 8 minutes of your time, and it's 6 weeks in advance, their diary's free, and you're in that book. Just send them an email to confirm, and you're going to get a lot more business. It also makes you look a lot better prepared, and if you've got to go interstate, for example, to Sydney for an appointment, you can organise a lot of other appointments while you're there as well. The second tip involves the actual selling process or presentation process. You see, everybody thinks that to be a good salesperson, you've got to have the gift of the gab. Absolute garbage. You've got to have the gift of listening, because selling's all about listening. And Confucius, the great old man, he reminds me of this, and he says, tell me and I will forget. Show me and I may remember. Are you ready? Are you listening for this one? Involve me and I'll understand. So I want you to think carefully about the way you've been presenting and how you can actually involve the buyer or the participant in what you're doing. We did this with Original Juice. We used to say, would you like to try our product? Which is like showing instead of telling. And then we changed it around to say, we'd really like your opinion on our juice. And our sales went from 15 or 20 bottles a day up to 100 bottles because people were involved in giving their opinion on the process. The third tip is when you're about to leave and you try to close a sale. And you hear those death-threatening words, the ones that shake you when people say, well, look, thanks for your time, I've got to check this out with my partner, I've got to check this out with my husband. Well, I'll tell you how to overcome it. Not all the time, but some of the time, and you really need some help. When that question arises next time, just say very quietly and simply, look, thanks for bringing that up. I've just got one more question before I leave. If the decision was up to you, would you go ahead? Great way of flushing people out. I mean, you're better to find out why they're not going ahead while you're there than when you walk out the door and all the enthusiasm goes down that damn drain. Okay, look, there's heaps other tips. We've actually put a system in there this year that'll give you some methods on how you can create great ideas in your business. And when you create great ideas, you create more money, more products, more value, more marketing arms, and a lot more enthusiasm in your business through ideas, because money flows to good idea. And for $55, you can get all these tips and everything at the Trainx Diary. And so just go to trainxsystems.com and you'll have a great 2011, just like me.